We're going to take a little video of my current project. It's currently where I am. It's got a 2.8 liter V6 and an S10 in it. Also a T5 standard transmission. A lot of custom work to get this Honda n600 body, which was originally a 2-cylinder motorcycle powered. It actually says right here on this badge that it was originally 36.5 cubic inches, which it's now 173 cubic inches, making something around 200 horsepower. Nearly the same in torque numbers. This little 60-degree V6s are 5 inches narrower to the exhaust mounting flanges than a small block Chevy or a 3.8 liter. A lot of them seem to be around 21, 22 inches wide. So 60-degree, usually they're sideways in most vehicles. A lot of front-wheel drive Oldsmobiles, Buicks have this basic same engine in it, but I've put it in this Honda, which I've converted to rear-wheel drive. It's got 15-inch Gregors all the way around. Space saver spares on the front for now. They worked out perfectly. And it's got 28 by 14.5 50R15s on the back. Which will absolutely hook this thing right up. The way I've got it set now, it really goes like a son of a gun, but it's beyond the point. This is just kind of the first video to show you where I am right now with it. It's winter here, so it is just kind of sitting right now, just after Christmas. So it looks like I can get back to work on it shortly here. You gotta love where the shifter came out. 5-speed, standard. It's got a TBI fuel injection right now. I have a GPS speedometer that goes to 200 miles an hour. My simple gauges. Tack. I made I put some Corvette seats in here, 1980s Corvette seats, which are fiberglass, and they seem to work out pretty well. They're quite a bit lighter than the Toyota Supra seats that I used last time. Plus, I'm sitting 2 or 3 inches lower, which is great. So I have a lot of headroom now. We've got a 20-gallon fuel cell, plastic fuel cell underneath this aluminum box that I've fabricated. My wheel tubs are actually dryer. It's a dryer wheel tub, so it's got the chip coating on the inside. Plexiglass rear window for now because my fuel filter had to be high enough, or my fuel fill had to be high enough. So that's where that is. A lot of my wiring stuff is in here. Little fuse panel. There's a lot of wiring in this really short dash. Not much to it. I've got my triple pedal set up there. Clutch switch, everything. Honestly, it's much better than driving a Willys or a lot of 32 Fords. There's no steering column in the way. Everything's up high enough. I honestly think this thing is pretty comfortable to drive. A lot more room in here than you'd think. It's kind of like driving a go-kart with a roof. So I get caught in the rain. It's really not that bad. My wipers work too. That was a bit of work. I had to relocate the wiper motor over there, and figure out exactly the right length of a rod to run to the center so that they would work as normal, because originally that wiper motor was mounted right in the center. I had to cut everything out, the whole floor and everything. Now the floor is mostly aluminum, which lightens it up a little bit. It's got a frame out of a T-bucket, which I shortened the front and lengthened the back. Front shocks are Harley, and so are the back shocks. It's air ride in the back, and it's regular springs in the front. I have an overflow tank from a Prius, which is hilarious. Seems to work very well, and if it gets to the point where it overflows, it can go into this catch tank. So it's a return system now, fully contained. It works just like a modern vehicle. Aluminum radiator. Actually got that for 20 bucks. Used to be a roundy pounder radiator. But it ended up fitting really perfect. Anyway, this whole front serpentine setup is going to work perfect for my next motor. A lot of this stuff is just going to transfer over. This sucker is just a stock 2.8 for the most part. It's a really good running 1992 S10 one, but cast iron heads and everything. It's got 180 pounds of pressure per cylinder, and it holds pretty well, so it's still a very good little 2.8, but I think this thing needs a little more performance. 200 horsepower just isn't enough, even though 0 to 60 is like 4 seconds. It's still not enough. So that's pretty much it. Very lightweight. I figure this thing is under 1,800 pounds. It's probably more like 15, but I still have to weigh it one more time. But anyway, this is what's going to be receiving a new transplant here soon. It's a work in progress, but we are going to have a brand new Lz9 in there that I'm building up, and I am going to make a bunch of videos showing where this is going, some headers, but this is going to be cool. It's going to be quite the build. I'm going to try to show every part of the performance build on this YouTube channel. Hopefully be a little less monotone through the rest of it, but it is going to be quite the build. Can't wait to show it off.